Today I'm here to do the Tough Love season. I think that's season 5, episode 2. It's the co-ed Tough Love. Um so far everybody in this house needs to be there. Um I didn't do episode 1 because basically it was just an introduction of everybody. That was basically it. They got caught well, when it started, the girls went on a date, I think like on a boat or something, with like a speed dating, and come to find out the guys that they were speed dating with or were also people that were going to be in the house. Steve had to pick so many girls, so many guys to be in the house, so he did that. So let's get into episode 2, because basically that's all that happened in episode 1. If you want to see a review for episode 1, go check out Mike B 801. He did a review for episode 1, and he gives you the full detail of who everybody is, and what their nicknames are and all that. And there's a good review. So we starts off with Chris. He's Mr. Me, Myself, and I. This dude is such a douchebag. All he care about is himself. It starts off with him complaining about he only being able to keep 2 pair of shoes because he brought like 20 something pair of shoes, and Steve told him that he only can keep 2. Are you serious? Like, you're a dude. Usually dudes only have like 1 pair of black shoes and maybe some tennis shoes, so, and they deal with it. So this dude just gets on my nerve. He's the dude that takes out 1 day out the week and he pampers himself because he said he pampered women long enough or whatever, and so now he's going to pamper himself. And I can understand you pampering yourself. It's just to the extreme that you just care only about yourself. All you talk about is yourself. When he was on a date, that's all he talked about was himself. And he just like a big ass turnoff. But yeah, he bitched about the shoes. He ended up calling Soraya a bitch and was like, bitch, and said shut the fuck up, because she was just like basically like, you tripping. And he was just like, oh, when he got called out on calling her a bitch, he was just basically like, oh, I wasn't saying it like bitch. I was just saying, bitch. No, fool, you called this girl a bitch. Like, for real. Like, I understand girls could be bitches sometimes, because I call them bitches all the time, and sometimes I don't even be meaning it as, a negative thing. That I just like the word. But for a dude to call a girl a bitch, y'all know that's wrong. Y'all know people are going to look at you wrong for it. So he was wrong, just period. And the way he said it, he wasn't saying it the way he explained it. The next day, Steve called everybody into the room or whatever and tell them that they had like 2 minutes or something to get ready, because he was gonna send them out on the night of the town. I think they only, like he said, I don't know if he gave a time limit, but they had to hurry up and go upstairs, get ready, because they was going to the club. He was sending them out. A night of fun, basically. That's what they're thinking. But that was test number 1. He wanted to see how long it took for them to get dressed. The women got dressed before the guys, and it like Posh was the first dude to be ready. Then Chris. Posh is Mr. Superficial. Out of Posh, I could deal with Posh. He got some little shit that he needs to work out or whatever. Now I think it's just because he just don't know no better. But that's the only guy in the house that I probably can deal with so far is Posh. Cause there's nothing wrong with a man taking care of himself. It's nothing wrong with a man looking good. It's nothing wrong with that. Now Chris, something wrong with him. Sometimes I look at him a little suspect, but whatever. I don't like, Chris with a K, I don't like him. So the last person to finish was Portia. Of course, that's she's Miss High Maintenance. Yeah, I can see Portia as Miss High Maintenance because this bitch get on my nerves. I don't mind a female taking the time out to really look good, but she was like, oh, it takes me usually longer than this to, girl, boo. You gotta weave in your hair, so it shouldn't take you that damn long. Your makeup don't be too much on point, and you be having like on a skin tight ass outfit. So yes, it should only take you like 30 minutes, 2 minutes to unwrap your hair, maybe a good 5 minutes to make sure it's straight and curl right. I'll give you about 10. But Hurry up, put your clothes on. Somebody was in there taking a shower, which I don't mind because y'all was going to the club. So I thought, oh, yeah, everybody should have been taking a shower, not just go throw some damn clothes on. So whoever took the damn shower, I wasn't mad at. Probably was Portia. Anyway, so they go to the club. That's another test because he wants to see who can put their best foot. Because he tell them put their best foot forward. So they go to the club. They don't know that they're being filmed. So of course they gonna wild out. So the dudes, they basically was showing the guys interacting at the club. And they basically was there to get drunk girls, try to sleep with drunk girls. That was their goal. And I was sitting there like, where y'all gonna take them? Then they start inviting girls back to the house. And I'm sitting there like, y'all all sleep in rooms with, no. You sleep in a room with somebody else. And I don't care what nobody say. Two dudes that smashed one girl in the same room, I looked at them as suspect because I'd be like, y'all got your clothes off. So that means you're getting naked in front of another dude. I don't get that. No way. So, anyways, yeah, the guys are being douchebags. Stu is really a douchebag. Stu's a douchebag. That Christopher, you know, with the curly hair, he's just weird. He's just weird as shit. But Stu is a douchebag. I think he's Mr. Player. And he's going around the club. And he is telling the girls the same ass, lame ass line. But what, it happens. It happens in the club. And I see it all the time in the club. Where I be sitting back and I see guys going from different girl to different girl, and I'd be like, I bet you they're giving him the same line. This dumb bitch just seen him in the corner talking to old girl, and she gonna be dumb enough to give him her number too. Bitch, get what you deserve. That's how I feel when girls get done like that in the club. Guys, I don't blame them because that's what they're there for. They're there to just get pussy. They're not there at the club to just have a good time. They always have an agenda when they're going to the club. You see, they the main ones standing back, watching the girl bend over, shake their ass, while the girl is sitting there getting faded and popping and all this kind of stuff. And the guys are just sitting there. You girls is basically the ones at the club sweating their hair out, and the guys are just back sitting there waiting on them to smash. That's just how it was, and that's what Stu was doing. Regardless if he was being filmed and Steve saw that, that's what happens. That's what happens in the club. So you understand what he was doing. What he was doing was wrong. But that's why he in the house, I guess. I don't think that's gonna change him. I don't see Stu changing him the way he approached girls in the club. Because there's always gonna be some dumb random drunk girl in the club. What else happened in the club? Nothing really, because that's all it was basically showing the guys. Judy, she was talking to a guy. She immediately asked him his birthday. He talking about he an Aries, and she like, oh, my husband was an Aries too. And then she was like, oh, my ex-husband, I just, boo-boo. That is not how you come off at people. This is the girl, she's Miss Shutdown. She always bring up her ex-husband that got killed. Well, no, he didn't get killed. He had a heart attack. So she always, anytime she talked to somebody, in the first 2 minutes she is mentioning her ex-husband, but she still refers to him as her husband. I also don't think she should be on the show because she still ain't, I don't think, did the grieving process. I just don't. Chris is calling out everybody in the club. He is cock blocking in the club. He should have got punched in the face. Then he started getting on the mic. He started calling people out. He was just being such a douchebag. And I think it was because he wasn't getting no play. We never saw him, I don't know if it was editing or what, but we didn't see him getting with no girls in the thing. And I think he saw that the guys was getting girls. So he had to do what he had to do. But they even said he was doing the girls like that too. So I was just like, really? Because even when Portia was offended, well, Portia probably offended by everybody in the house. Because she thinks she better than everybody in the house. But anyway, Pod starts stripping. Boo boo, this wasn't a strip club. He started stripping at the bar. He was dancing all, I don't know. I can't say inappropriate because you're in a club. You're in a club. Now, I didn't want to see him strip, but you're in a club, so I can't get mad. And then the girl was with it, so, hey. They get back to the house. Everybody's wasted. The guys want to still party. The girls want to go to bed. Christopher, with the curly hair, he's getting mad because the girls want to go to bed. And I was sitting there like, yeah, they're drunk. They ready to sleep that shit off. Now the guys are partying until like 5 in the morning. And it was funny because Chris came in like at 6:30 the next morning, another test, and he makes them go out on dates with people fresh out, waking up, no makeup, no nothing. Now, Portia, baby, you need that makeup because I saw you when you came and sat out there with nothing on your face. No, you need that. But yeah, then he told them they had like 2 minutes to go put some shoes on and come back or whatever. And he made them go on a hike with them. Then they had to do Habitat for Humanity on their dates. And which I thought was a good day because then you working and then you get to see people on and you get to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So you get to work together and have a conversation and see how compatible you are and not complaining. Portia complained. Why was you there with white shoes on? Like, you knew you was going to hiking, and then when you get there, you knew you was going for Habitat for Humanity, so that's doing dirty work. So why did you have on white shoes? Then she painted the little red hill on the side talking about, well, I still have to look fabulous. Bitch, no, you looking stupid, really, really dumb. She complained the whole time. She didn't want to get dirty. The dude was over it. Kylie, she just talked too much. Other than that, I thought her date was cool. She just was talking too much. She wasn't letting him say anything. Who else? When they did the hike, Chris was telling that girl to make him when they went on lunch from working, Chris told his girl to make him a sandwich. Really, your first date and you telling her the woman should be able to make the sandwich for real? I mean, I'm glad you tell her on the first date so you won't be able to get a second one. But douchebag. Really douchebag. Like, really, you don't even know her last name, don't know her hobbies, but you want her to cook for you. I would have put some dirt in this sandwich. Just saying. Who else? Stu, he ended up winning a date with Steve's sister because he was like kind of the worst one when they went to the club. So he was being a douchebag, but then you saw another side of Stu. You saw that he was really liking her, but he fell too hard. He fell so hard with her, it was like ridiculous. What else happened? Portia, I don't know. She just weird. What else happened on this show? Nothing. They all went back to the house or whatever, and Steve talked to Judy about her husband's death. She explained what happened to him, that I think he just fell over and had a heart attack or whatever, and they were only married they were together for 2 years and to get married 10 months. So you understand her pain. That's why I don't think she's over this, and I don't think she should be there. Not there. I just feel like she needs to grieve first before she be there. Steve asked Judy, what do she want? And that was like really crazy because a lot of times you cater to everybody else, you do what everybody else wants, and then you don't understand what you want. And so maybe she needs to heal so she can find out what she wants out of life. At group, Steve called everybody out. Chris was the person in the hot seat, as he should, because I think he should have got dirt in his sandwich. But yeah, he was in the hot seat. Portia got called out. Stu got, he got busted. He got muted because he thought this girl name was Heather. Her name was, I think, Monica. But she told him that she was Steve's sister. So he felt real dumb. She was telling him, I wouldn't date you. Like, even if I wasn't, taken, I wouldn't date you. And nobody would. With him acting like he's God's gift to women, nobody would. Well, yeah, it would. Because that's how he got this far. That's really my review for Tough Love episode 2. If I missed something, I'm sorry. But I will keep reviewing this because I think it's a good show. Make sure you check out Mike B 801 because he gives you the man's perspective of everybody in the house. Yeah, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Keek. I do everything by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE. Talk to me and I'll talk to you back. If it takes me too long, it's because sometimes I don't get the notifications that I gotta comment. So when I do check it, then I will respond. So tell me what you thought of this episode. Tell me, who do you like in the house? Who do you think can improve in the house? Who you think should just go home? Because I think Chris K just ain't no hope. But yeah, talk to me and I'll talk back. All right, peace.